Good afternoon, crypto. No, good morning. Good morning, crypto degens. How you doing this fine morning? I'm doing great. It's a sunny day. Crypto has dropped a bit. Bitcoin down 5%, market's down about 4%. But hey, I just bought some more. Bought some more Solana. I bought some more of my favorite coins yesterday. I might buy even more because when I bought them, it went down further afterwards. But we got some great news in the crypto markets today. Well, at least for people who like investing. Let's check it out. U.S. mortgage lender rate has launched 𝘃𝗏, a nationwide program allowing borrowers to use cryptocurrency in mortgage underwriting. No liquidation required. Verified crypto can qualify as reserves or in some cases income without selling it. Large cap cryptocurrencies like BTC and ETH plus major USD backed stablecoins, and I'm sure they'll stick in some other good alts in there, probably like Sol or BNB. Compliance. Assets must be held with approved custodians or exchanges. Ownership documentation required. This is awesome. This is awesome because I want to be able to buy like investment properties without selling my crypto. I was thinking of well, when I sell my crypto, I'm going to put it into an investment property so I can get cash flow. But this way, I wouldn't have to sell it. I could keep holding it for the long term as we get more adoption. And at the same time, I would be able to borrow. I'd be able to get loans against my crypto. That would be absolutely amazing. This is awesome. I hope this comes to Europe also, since Europe always copies all of the US systems and laws and stuff. Hopefully they'll copy this also. So let's see. Cryptos R Us says the White House is quietly backing stablecoins. Here's why. To protect dollar dominance, modernize payment infrastructure, stay competitive globally, expand financial reach. It's obvious. It's obvious. So the White House would definitely be in favor of stablecoin rewards. I really don't know why, because the banks don't like it. That's blocking the legislation. I don't know if it's because senators are bought off by these banks, but that's very, very, very bullish for the U.S. dollar, to keep the dollar as the reserve currency, to have people using stablecoins, because stablecoins are backed by real dollars. So you're just having everyone use real dollars if they're using stablecoins. So of course, the U.S. wants people to use the dollar stablecoins, and that's a great use case for crypto. That's good for the American government also, and for America. Plan B asks, where will this Bitcoin bear market bottom out roughly? And the most widely chose one was 50,000. More or less 50,000. That sounds about right. To me, that sounds right. Maybe not. Maybe a little higher, but lower than 50,000, it seems weird. So I'm kind of in agreement with pretty much everyone here, so that's nice. Crypto things you might have missed. Ripple, XRP, Ledger activity explodes. Really? Huge XRP flows pouring into Binance. Yes, I have that somewhere else. I think it's here. Oh no, it's not there. Never mind. Strategy buys more Bitcoin. I got that up here. Bitmine buys more Ethereum. Trump says 175 billion tariff refunds will be fought in courts for 5 years. Actually, he said he still wanted to give the $2,000 stimulus to everyone. So I don't know what's going to happen there. Hedge funds are dumping global stocks. Okay. Wendy also says 55,000 Bitcoin looking likely. This is not an ideal scenario while doom scrolling about Americans' broken system, high cost of living, and AI completely taking over. The rebound will be glorious because sentiment sucks. That's what I said. The high cost. In my last video, I said the cost of living in America has become much worse, much higher. The standard of living, that's what I meant. The standard of living in America has become much worse. I lived in the United States up until I was 20 years old. I used to come visit Spain. Everything was cheap in Spain. Everything was expensive in Spain. People didn't make very much money. In America, everything was cheap. People made a ton of money. Now it's like totally changed. Things are cheaper in Spain. People don't make a lot of money, but everything's cheap. It's a decent standard of living. In the United States, everything is super expensive. And you make more money, but not that much more that compensates as much. So standard of living has really gone down in the United States, and I could see it by leaving and going back and visiting. I could see it. So that's why the tariffs are good and they're important because U.S. has to trade. They have to balance the trade. And that has a lot to do with improving the standard of living. Coin Bureau says, Wall Street is in panic pricing the AI revolution. IBM just took a massive 10% hit because Anthropic proved Claude can automate COBOL. Okay, so what does this mean that Claude can automate COBOL? Okay, well, I've got the explanation here. Let's see, okay. So COBOL is, COBOL is a language from the 1950s and 60s. It's old, but still widely used in banking. That's how ancient the banking system is right now. Insurance, government systems, and other legacy infrastructure. So IBM has historically made significant revenue from running, maintaining, and modernizing these old COBOL systems. So basically, Anthropic says that AI can do their job like that. So IBM's stock dumped apparently like 10% or something. I don't know. RWA value on Solana has grown more than 8x in the last 12 months, according to CryptoRant. I'd like to see the details. I'd like to see what assets can I buy, what real world assets can I buy on Solana. That would be interesting to see. Vitalik continues ETH sell-off, unloads over 21 million this month. Yeah, this dude just keeps selling ETH. But in his defense, apparently he said it was to fund more development. So, I don't know. Also, if you've done something so amazing as building the second biggest blockchain, I mean, dude, take some money and enjoy your money. I mean, he deserves it. Totally deserves it. I'd do the same thing. Michael Saylor Strategy has acquired 592 BTC for 39.8 million. They always make their announcements on Monday, so he made this announcement yesterday. So they keep buying. Conviction, my people, conviction. Vitalik doesn't buy Ethereum, only sells it. Ripple doesn't buy XRP, only sells it. US doesn't buy USD, only prints it. There can be only one Bitcoin. Wake up. Yes. People sell Bitcoin too, dude. Okay, Sol ran from $8 to $290 in 8 months on its last major run. If it follows the same pattern, does that mean we go from $83 to $3,000 in the next 8 months? Solana mode. That's a little bit too much hopium for me. A little bit too much hopium. If Solana goes to 1,000, that would be awesome. If Solana goes to 1,000, that would be awesome. That would make me a good amount of money. But 3,000, that's like, wow. I would really be doing well if Solana went to 3,000. But that's a little bit too much hopium. If it goes to 500, I'm happy. So we got a little meme here, the typical thing. We got Sol at $85. Nobody wants it. Sol at $1,000. It's got a big line backed up. Yeah, that's it. Sol is like at 79 right now, I think. Sol's at 70 or 76. 76. Sol's at 76. I'm going to buy some more. My goodness. I'm so pumped. I just love these prices. And I'm so lucky I actually have some money to buy it. Okay. In our brand new sit down, I handed Saylor every anti-Bitcoin argument the internet has, and he responded to all of them. Okay, so this is Natalie Brunell. Let's just listen to, oh man. Oh, it messed up. I had a spot here. Well, she asked Saylor why he's bullish. And he went on to explain how Apple started out and nobody used the iPhone in the beginning. And then people figured out like the iPhone is actually good and was selling a lot. And the IBM's, P ratio, I'm not sure I'm getting this right, went up to 30, and it was like, and then it just suddenly crashed. And then it took 7 years to get back to where it was, and it became, one of the biggest companies, still one of the biggest, most profitable companies. So I was just saying, these things with Bitcoin, we've got this drop, we have these occasional drops, but in the end, it's going to get back to where it belongs, where he expects it to be. But I wanted to play the video, but it's kind of a long, slow explanation. So gold is casually up about 1 trillion today. That's barely a 3% move in its price. That's 23 times larger than the Sol market cap, 4.5 times larger than the ETH market cap. Crypto is extremely small. That's why I'm bullish. That's true, but there's only one gold and there's only one silver, and there's a lot of cryptos, and there's several cryptos that are big alt caps. So they can't all be like, worth the amount of money that gold is. Maybe 2 or 3, maybe Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, or whatever chain gets to be the biggest, most adopted, most used chain can be worth similar, but not very many. There's just not that much money in the world. I mean, the money's got to go somewhere. Unless we have inflation. Of course, if we have inflation, then yes, more money's printed, it's worth more in dollars. Wendy O says, yeah, I already had that. Jack comment says, I just turned 100,000 into 67 cents. Ask me anything. I love it. I love these memes. I just hate it when people post their trades like, oh, I made, 100,000 or made, and they don't post the ones where they lose, because it's like, I'm sure they win, they lose, they win, they lose, and then hopefully they've made some profit at the end of the month. Anyways, to all the doomers out there saying it's truly over this time for crypto, you will buy my bags way higher in a year or so. Enjoy your legs. Yeah. I'm buying. I'm so excited. I'm so excited right now. I'm going to buy another Solana right now, I think. Solana and some more goodies. Well, that's it. That was kind of short, but that's it. Have a wonderful, 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 wonderful day. Enjoy your wonderful family. Be happy, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. All 1 or 2 of you. Bye.